Hello, everybody. This is Phyllis Pieri, your franchise coach and a member of the Franchise Consulting Company. I've been in franchising for over 35 years, and today I love being a franchise coach because I get to offer you a free service that discovers whether franchising is right for you. My flash briefing will be about franchising, franchise tips, and some motivation along the way. So let's get started. So franchisees are the most important people that you need to talk to when it comes to doing your due diligence. However, I don't want you to do it right away. I need you to make sure that you have talked to the development people, you've really, done your due diligence, and you really like the business model, and you're thinking, yep, Phyllis, I can do this. Well, after those things, then it's time for you to talk to franchisees. But here's the thing that you need to understand. First of all, franchisees don't have to talk to you. They do it out of the goodness of their heart, quite honestly. They don't get paid for it or anything. But more importantly, franchisors work really hard to protect them. And that may sound funny, right? But when you're in business, and if you have a boatload of people calling you, it's really distracting. So they try to be very respectful, especially the young merging brands. What they do typically now, if they only have a few locations open, is they'll do conference calls, and the franchisor will get off the phone. So they can't be on that call. They'll get off the phone, and then you can, be at liberty to ask any questions you want. But it's important for you to understand that some companies will have a password so they know that somebody's not shopping them. Some companies, what they don't want to do is they don't want you to be talking to the franchisee and asking them questions that the developer person could ask. So you want to ask them things like, what do you think has made you successful? And how was your training? And, would you do it again? That's always a really big one. The other thing is that legally, you're allowed to talk to anyone you want to, but I really encourage my clients, you want to talk to the winners, because quite honestly, what you want to do is you want to talk to the top producers and find out, what are they doing? Are they doing anything differently than anyone else? Well, I'll tell you a story. So when I first joined Sir Speedy to sell franchises in the 9 Western states, I went to my first convention. And I had been a franchise owner. I loved that business so much and was sorry I didn't have a center anymore. But when we moved from San Francisco, we chose to go into the automotive industry. Lucky me. So I spent 10 years in that industry. However, when I joined Sir Speedy to sell for them, Don Lowe said to me, what makes you think you can sell our franchise? I said, because I love the business. He said, okay, you're hired. And I do love that business. Moving on. The first convention I went to the $1 Million Roundtable. Now, I'm going to date myself, but that was in the 80s. And $1 million in the 80s was a lot of money. It's a lot of money today, but in the 80s, it was really a lot of money. And so they had these little blue cards and you could submit a question. So my question was, what are you doing differently than everyone else to be in, the top producers doing over $1 million? And then when woman looked at me really funny and she went, we follow the system. I went, no, seriously, what's your secret? And she looked at me and she said, this may be very trite, but the reality is if you follow the system works. And you know what? That's what franchising is all about, following the system. So I really don't want to go into a lot of detail about talking with franchisors today, because I'm going to have a whole segment on exactly how to do that. But I wanted you to know that that is a very important step. But you want to do it in the right order. You don't want to waste their time. Just like when you are in business for yourself, you don't want those people wasting your time. So anyway, I hope that helps. I hope you have a great day. Again, this is Phyllis Pieri, your franchise coach, and I am so happy to be here to be of service to you. And if there's any questions you may have, please send them right over to me at Phyllis@yourfranchisecoach. You can go to my website and download the top 5 mistakes that people make so you don't make those same ones. And I'd love a review on Alexa, because if you like what I'm doing, I will continue on. And the more I know of what you want, the better job I can do. So have a great day, and I will talk to you tomorrow. Bye-bye now.